Hey YouTube, this is Nathendo145 here with his first collecting tip video. So, about this series, I'm going to be hopefully probably doing this from this point in time from September 16th, 2024 up until probably sometime in 2027 in case you're wondering. So, I'll be trying to do these collecting tips 2 months weekly for the most part, and we'll see how it goes. So I've been a collector now for 2 years. I've been taking it more seriously this year, and I've gotten a lot of things, as you can see. And obviously in the beginning my collecting interest was a little bit different than how it is right now, in the fact that back then I wanted to collect the Nintendo games I missed, but now I decided I wanted to collect all this 7th gen stuff and focus my mind on that more than the rest of Nintendo. Now that's gonna be similar to the idea of this collecting tip. This first one's gonna be called Collect from Your Interest. And when I say that, I mean by collect games or collect whatever it is that you really are interested in. Now, I do that sometimes, but there's also been times where I've collected things where in the end I didn't have a huge loving for them, such as these games at the top: Call of Duty 4, Up, Ridge Racer DS, Lego Star Wars 2, Super Mario 64 DS, Animal Crossing, and Nintendogs Plus Cats, where these Xbox and Wii games that I like here are some games I really do enjoy playing. The reason I say collect from your interest is because you only have so much money, especially when you're an adult, that you probably would want to rather stick to stuff you really see yourself wanting. So you probably would want to think, how much money do you have? Is this within your reasonable needs or your reasonable wants, rather, because collecting is more of a want. You gotta know like the rarity and price, and a lot of these things I will talk about in other collecting tips. These are just other things that I might do for the series, but I will tell you that the DS isn't my number one favorite system, because I really enjoy home console gaming better, as you can see. I probably would have to say it's the Wii. The Xbox 360 here is the second best system for me. And the reason for that is that I appreciate the Wii now better is because look how much more games that I have here, including the games that I have on my shelf right here. I have more Wii games than I have Xbox 360 games. So, and that is because I've shifted to wanting to get more Wii games more than Xbox games. Now, that isn't to say I dislike Xbox 360, but this is because I'm more of a Nintendo fan, and I enjoy the Nintendo franchises more. I enjoy Nintendo's first-party games, and I don't really have too many first-party Xbox games that I would see myself being interested in. For example, I don't really see myself being interested in Halo, even though that's probably like one of the main Xbox franchises out there. I'm not a huge fan of it, but no offense to those that love it. It's just not something I really appreciate. But as you can see, the Wii is my favorite, and over the 5 months ago, I spent my time trying to get every single variant of Cars 2, the video game, as you can see. And I got the Cars 2 DVD from 2011. I got it brand new sealed, and that video actually has over 2,000 2K views the last time I checked it today. It said something around that range, so feel free to check that video out for yourself. And also, before I got these other variants in April, in the beginning of April, I did get this poster here, because I've been interested in playing the other variants of the video game. The first variant I had was the 3DS, and then The DS I wasn't expecting too many differences from, but yeah, I enjoy the home console versions better now that I've played them, especially the Xbox and Wii ones. Yeah, so I would, that's why I would also suggest stay with one console, but there are some instances where you should have multiple options, especially if you're going game shopping at a retro store, as I do, and you never really know what they have, because every time I go, they might run out or they might add something to what they sell. So that is the instance where you should have multiple options. And primarily when I go there again, I probably will be getting Xbox and Wii stuff more than PS3, clearly because I don't have a lot of PS3 games, or I don't really not have a lot, but I don't have as much PS3 games as I do Xbox 360 games and Wii games. And Wii games I obviously have the most of right now, so yeah, that's my case in point there. So I would spend my time probably sticking to one console for the most part, especially if you're going to primarily be buying things on eBay. If you were a collector in like 2020, then eBay would probably be your best bet because it was COVID then. But now that isn't really too much of an issue now because COVID has gotten less worse, even though it's still there and you can get it. I've never got it personally, but I do. This was before I started collecting, but still, a lot of my games I seem to have gotten at my retro stores more than I've bought on eBay. But I have bought plenty of things on eBay that I do appreciate, such as this replacement case for New Super Mario Brothers. The disc is in there, obviously, but I originally got the disc from GameStop, and then I wanted the original case. So I'll talk about game variants, maybe in another collecting tip, but for now, I think that's all I have to say. Collect for your favorite system or whatever it is. Make sure it's your favorite as well, because then you have more of a reasonable pattern of how much money you're spending, or more of a better pattern that you'll see your money going into, and your money will go in the right direction too. But there are instances where you should have multiple options, but you shouldn't buy everything at once, of course, because you only have so much money, especially at the time when you're an adult, and you have to have a lot of it on you. Otherwise, you won't be able to have your necessities. And also, I'm knowing this now that I am in a financial literacy class in school, so I'm also taking some knowledge after that class, and hopefully that will be implemented, or I'll share some of that with you in my collecting tips series. So I think this is the perfect time to be doing this. So stay tuned for the next video, collecting tip and just regular videos. I think the next collecting tip video will probably be in October, but either way, stay tuned for the next collecting tip video or just the next video. Subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. 2001.